I'm Anna. I'm a second-year lawyer at St. John's. When I was in school, people always told me I was very good at debating and arguing, and I've always been somewhat interested in, like, criminal law and stuff like that. And when it became clear that I wasn't particularly interested in doing an English degree, I thought to myself, well, the next best thing is law. And then the more I thought about it, the more I realized I was interested in how the law touches on basically every aspect of our lives. Most of the time you don't even notice it, but it's there. And I sort of became more interested in those issues, and, as I learned more about the world, I thought this would be a great degree to study. When we visited originally, I didn't visit St. John's specifically, but I'd seen a couple of other colleges, and I thought to myself, Corpus Christi looks quite nice. And then when I got to I started researching other colleges, and when I found out that, St. John's had a law library, had a really great facilities, sort of guaranteed accommodation for 3 to 4 years, depending how long your course is, I thought to myself, well, that sounds particularly nice. And so I just, on a whim, I sort of applied here, and I'm glad I got in. So for interviews, I came out of both of them feeling like I'd really done a terrible job, but in hindsight, I think I did quite well. Simply because when I went in there, so you have 2 interviews, sort of a general question. One's based on what you know and what you've done. It's all in your personal statement. You're talking about yourself, so you need to be sure of yourself going into that one, obviously. And then the other one's more of a practical interview, and that you're given a text, you're thrown into the deep end of the pool, and sort of the key with that is just to quite simply adapt. So you have your opinions and you have your ideas, and as you talk them through, don't be afraid to backtrack and say, okay, well, I originally thought X, but upon further consideration because of these reasons, maybe Y is more correct. And just sort of that adaptability is, I think, something they're looking for. I am currently the librarian of the Holzer Society, so that means I'm organizing a mock trial called a moot, and so that's quite a lot of fun. That takes up a bit of time. A couple of terms ago, I helped organize a ball, which was very stressful but also very rewarding. And oftentimes I just hang out with friends. The really great thing about going to St. John's is everyone's living on campus. And so you're never more than 10 meters away from a friend. And that's really quite helpful. So if you ever feel stressed, you just go crash on their couch for a bit, have some tea. It's good fun. I would be, at this stage, because I'm an international student, I don't know where I want to end up, but I know that I definitely want to work in law. This course has really made me sort of see the subject and really understand how useful it is. And I think this course is very helpful because it teaches you the skills that you need to be a lawyer. So it teaches you how to handle the pressure, it teaches you how to read. I can now sort of enter into an area of law that I don't know particularly much about, and within 2 or 3 days have assembled like a working understanding that I can then proceed on. And obviously this is a useful skill in various respects. And but even if I don't end up working in law for whatever reason, I know that the skills I've learned will be valuable.